How's it going, everybody? This is Todd, aka Redneck Champ, and how's it going? Good. It's great to know. Basically, guys, I was laying in bed last night, and for some reason or another, I'm really getting back into making sure I keep up with the news and you know, kind of staying on top of what's going on in our country. For some odd reason, I don't know why, as messed up as we are, why would you want to know? People say knowledge is power. I think knowledge is just worry. Like, I think knowledge is a reason to worry. I really do. I do a terrible lot of worrying when I start finding out a whole lot of stuff. And then I'm like, I don't want to know after all, you know? I'm like, I don't care. It's just, I don't want to know. Don't tell me. But yeah, so I was watching a little bit of the news, especially on YouTube. You know, I like to kind of follow along with some controversial topics and videos and whatnot. And basically, Bill Nye gets on Big Think, and they do a little, kind of like a dialogue or monologue or whatever you want to call it. Basically, he has a nice little interview in which he's talking about his ideas on basically religion. You know, most religious people, majority of us, I say us because I'm a religious person, believe in creationism. You know, some Christians take it to an extreme. Some Christians, well, not even Christians, just religious people, take it to an extreme. You know, saying that literally everything was made within 6 days, and then on the 7th day God rested. Well, I'm not that kind of person, you see. I don't believe in this 6-day deal. And the reason for that is because, if I ain't mistaken, I'm trying to remember exactly where it's at. I hate to try to quote, because I'm horrible at quoting exactly where something's at. I could find it pretty easily if I had, obviously a Bible in my hand. I've been on the road, so I can't really do that right now. I can do a proper vlog for that if y'all want me to. But basically, there's a scripture in which says 1,000 years to us is like a day to God. Well, people tend to take that to an extreme as well and say, oh, well, that means in 6,000 years God made the world. No, I don't, basically what that's supposed to mean to me, the way I interpret that, is that time is meaningless to God. He's been here for eternity. He's been here forever. The best way to think about eternity, it's the way I use in some of my sermons, is if you have a pile of sand, let's say 6 foot high pile of sand. So, it's a good sized pile of sand. Let's say a little bird comes every day, gets 1 grain of that sand. 1 grain, not a mouthful, 1 grain. By the time that all of that sand is gone, that's the beginning of eternity. So, it's crazy to think about eternity. We can't really fathom what eternity truly is. And we never really will. But, time is meaningless to God. So, the best way for us, mankind, to interpret how long it took for God to create the world was to apply it to days. That was how we could interpret it and make sense of it, you see. Well, there are people today who truly believe it was 6,000 years and blah, 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 blah. Now, that's how long it took him to build it, to make the world, the whole entire universe, and then, it's been 2,000 years since then. Bless your hearts, guys. That is the hardest thing, though, is learning what to take, and I guess it's more objective than anything. It's not really concrete at all. It's sitting down and understanding, and what's literal and what's symbolical, and it's really hard to understand that. I guess you got to make your own opinion for yourself. But basically, Bill Nye gets up there and says creationists are idiots. In the most, I guess, lame way of putting it, he basically says that all religious people who believe in creationism are idiots. He said, if you want, the adults out there, as he puts it, if I ain't mistaken, it ain't an exact quote, obviously, but I'm going to summarize it to the T. He says, for the parents out there who want to believe in creationism, go for it. But don't, how do you say that? Basically brainwash or try to educate your children in this same subject. Because we need them, he said. We need them. We need them for engineers and for scientists in the future. He says basically that when a portion of the population believes in creationism, it's just holding everybody else back. It's holding the whole world back. You know, I just think that's crazy. And the reason I'm saying that is, I mean, study evolution. Because personally, I can see that's how God allowed all this stuff to happen, you know? If you follow the scriptures, what do? You know, He made the light, He made the world, the universe, more or less. I'm trying to summarize this down for everybody. So you know, you have the universe, made the stars and the moon, everything, and then you know He separated the waters from the land. He allowed the fish to be in the water. He allowed the fowls of the air. Then He made the beast on the land. Then He made humans. After all that, after all the animals was already placed here, the plant life, everything was already placed here, stuff for us to consume, to be able to survive off of and whatnot, He then created man. Now, see, the way I look at this is simple, okay? There's too much evidence to deny that there was not dinosaurs, that there wasn't, you know, a change throughout evolution. He's right, Bill Nye is, on the fact that we can see evolution every day through bacteria and viruses and even within ourselves to a certain degree. He's right when he says that, so there's too much evidence to really deny it. But I could see that everything that they find out about and they examine and determine and stuff, how that's just a grand scheme for God. He doesn't give, I mean, you know, like I said, guys, what it comes down to is your faith. And if you believe in God, then this is easy to see what I'm saying. If you don't believe in the hereafter, if you truly want to believe that we are just magically here on earth, magically positioned exactly away from this star here in the Milky Way galaxy, that would make it possible for us to live and be able to survive and just thrive like we are. I mean, if you're the kind of person that truly wants to believe that, it's all accident, I have no problem with it. That's what, like, you know, don't have a problem with me believing that there is something hereafter. Because basically what it comes down to, guys, is I am hoping and praying and believe in my heart that they are. Because I don't think it's a lie for us to come here and to just live 60, 70, 80, 90 years if we're lucky and die and then that's it. What the heck, man? That's like a cruel joke. You know, it's like a cruel joke. But basically what I'm trying to say is, you know, I can understand and I like to learn about evolution. I like to learn about all these other things because to me, it just reinforces me. Yeah, people say, oh, Christians, they use evolution to reinforce what they think. Well, obviously, because this stuff you cannot deny. You know, when God created, the way I look at it like this, when God created all the animals, you know, we know through evolution that the fish and stuff was what was first. And then as time went on, they began to evolve and crawl up onto the shores and began to come, you know, make amphibians, and then you got mammals, and so forth and so on, you know. We know that the birds and stuff was there in the beginning and stuff like that. So, that is exactly how the Bible done. People was writing the Bible, guys, long before we knew about evolution, okay? Let's get on the same page here just for a second. Then we know that, according to the Bible, the animals was made first on a day, on like day 5. And then at day 6 is when He made humans. To me, it's very plausible to see that God had created, and He allowed these animals and stuff that come out of this water to come onto the land in order to make land-dwelling species, it's very easy to see how he looked at those dinosaurs and goes, holy cow, this is a good idea, this is great, but I'm just, I don't want my people, my children, human beings, to have to live in fear every day of being killed by these kind of creatures. Can you imagine living with dinosaurs? Be cool, yeah, but we'd be freaking out every day. We'd have to be continuously trying to determine some way to survive. Truly, we would have to be. So, he sent a meteor here to eliminate the dinosaurs, those creatures in which we did not need here with us. See how that happened, guys. My faith allows me to see that. So basically, I'm one of these people who believes in creationism, but believes evolution is just a way that it happened. I put creationism up here, and then I place all this other stuff in a subcategory underneath it. So basically, Bill Nye, thanks a lot for calling us idiots. I guess I still love your shows. I'll continue watching them throughout, whenever I have something interesting I need to learn about. Because I grew up watching the guy. I grew up watching him throughout my whole entire life. So in the end, I'm going to keep on watching him. No big deal. But the thing that comes down to for me is people want to say, oh, there's so many wars and things fought over religion and Christianity and whatnot. I'm the kind of person that does not care. I want you to believe, obviously. I'm really passionate about trying to convert people if they want to be converted. Okay? If you don't, I'm not going to shove it down your throat. I'm not going to make you sit down and listen to me talk about the Bible and talk about God and all the things that He has to offer for us. I'm not that kind of person. But it seems to me like in this day and time, atheists are now this way. It's like if you believe in God, you're a horrible person. You're holding the world back, you big idiot. So, I think it's funny. I think it's interesting that it's like nowadays, if you believe in something other that is wonderful, then you're an idiot and you need to just be wiped off the face of this earth. You're scum. That's the way it feels. I know in times past, religion was something other that truly got fought over. The Crusades and things. It was something other that, they sought out those who were worshiping different things other than God. But that was not honestly done for religion. It was done purely for power. Roman Catholic Church wanted power. They wanted to be stronger than what they were already. They wanted to spread out and basically be able to rule people. And that's what it really come down to. It had nothing to do with religion. It had to do with power. It's the same in my mind today with the with the Al-Qaeda. Same way with them. The whole prospect and the idea that they are not what could you say, a people fighting just because, but they fight because we got to fight against the Americans, people that believe in Christianity. No. It's got to do with power as well. Al-Qaeda wants to have power. In the end, they want to be strong. They want to be able to rule and put fear in everybody's eyes and everybody's mind, in their hearts, and cause you to just, be afraid to come outside your front door. That's what they want. So, I don't know. This is going to be a long rant again, guys, but I like telling my opinions, I like to get to share it with you all and to have you all comment below and leave some feedback. That's what I like. I really enjoy these. And I'm really passionate with this stuff. It's something that's interesting. Something that needs to be discussed. So, yeah. Bill Nye, I'm sorry you feel the way you do, man. Talking about closed-mindedness, talking about creating a closed mind, if you ain't willing to open your mind up and see other perspectives, then, honestly, you're the idiot. What it comes down to is you are the idiot. You can't go into anything with a biased opinion. Yeah, I'm rooted and strongly founded in my religion, but at the same turn of the hand, I like to learn and know all this other stuff, you know? It's interesting. It's something other that is, it's good to know. It's good to know and good to understand and good to see. So, you know, he is being closed-minded. Extremely closed-minded, mind you. So, that's fine. It's his choice. Everybody has a choice, guys. In the end, it's your choice, you know? It's what kills me. Like, I'm the kind of person that I will sit down with you and study the Bible for hours on hours on hours. If you want to do that with me, I'm not going to shove it down your throat. I would not. But there's so many people out there, just like Bill is, who would love to shove it down everybody's throats what they believe. Period. Don't care about what you want to believe, just what they want you to believe. That's life, though, guys. That's life. So, guys, leave me some ratings if you want to. Leave me some comments below, please. Favorite this video if you would wish to do so. And I will be back later, hopefully tonight, with some video actually for you all. I'll be recording it tonight, upload it tomorrow for you guys. You know, it'll be something very interesting to get to do and get to finally get back to a little bit. School's been overwhelming, extremely bad. But between school and work, it takes up all my time, and obviously my wife on the other part. So, you know, I'm getting back to the swing of things. I'm getting back to making some videos and playing some games. I'm getting better with Ringar. It's just I'm getting some bad picks, man. Me and my buddies are playing, me and Creek, and we're getting some bad teams. Last night we was playing with Spanish speaking teams continuously last night, and we didn't understand. We understood bits and pieces what they were saying, but apparently they understood nothing that we were. Like, I knew enough to know if they were sitting there cussing me and was talking about me, and I'm like, guys, that's your all's fault. I'm jungling. I'm just squeezing in on occasions trying to help you out gank people, you know, so, you know, it ain't my fault. But anyways, guys, hope you have a wonderful day. Take care of yourselves, and I'll be back later. This is a long vlog. Holy moly. Alright, guys, peace out. It's a badly long vlog.